Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 5 Minutes. Well, I guess it's morning here where I'm at. I always say good morning, like good morning, good afternoon, blah, blah, blah. The reality is, I have no idea where you're listening to me from right now. So that's okay. It's okay. That's not a problem. Thank you for joining me today on my short little stint. Today, we're going to talk about a book I just finished reading that I very much enjoyed. So I'm going to highly recommend it. And I'm also going to talk about what to do when well, let's just talk about it. What do you do when you just don't feel like you want to work on your current projects? I think a lot of writers, especially new writers, get this impression. Um, they start writing, they go gangbusters, man. They're working on their project, and it's like 15, 20 days in, and they're like, I'll skip today. I don't feel like it today. I don't want to do this today. There are two philosophies, two ways of thinking. The first is that you should always try and get something done, no matter what it is. Even me with my rheumatoid arthritis can be a challenge. If you have a disability that really makes it difficult for you to do anything in the evenings, and I do. Anytime after 2:30, my brain doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Some other times actually, because you know I'm over 50. Sometimes the brain doesn't quite work the way it's supposed to. Um, but on the other hand, you should always try to get something done. So if you miss a day, I've said it before. I think I've said it like once before, so I never really beat that dead horse, and I really should. Even if you miss a day, if for some reason you don't get anything done, let's say you miss an entire week, it does not mean you're a failure. It does not mean you are destined to never write anything. No, that's not what that means at all. It just means you had an off day, you had an off week, whatever. It's fine. Pick things up, start again with effort. Just understand the central themes that made it work the first time that you were working on it every day. Why were you doing that? What was working for you? What wasn't working? I think a lot of times we don't think about our own processes and ways we do things. So what I'm saying is don't give up. Don't give up. Keep working. That's my encouraging thing for the day. So, book review. I just finished reading Strange Echoes. Now, this is a release from Bleeding Edge, and I really very much enjoyed it. And I think when we talk about books that we enjoy. Now, I want to say that I know D Ward, I know Gina. Both of them are very good editors, and Gina was more or less, I think, probably taught by her. So David's her uncle. But Gina's fantastic, does a really nice job. This is really her first effort where she was part of the editorial team in putting a whole book together. So this was kind of cool. Um, Let me read a little bit from the back. Quiet your thoughts, steady your breath, and open your mind to the unusual. Far from the noise of the world itself, something calls from within the silence. Follow the sound of varied voices whispering unfamiliar words as they lead you down dark, untrodden paths. But tread with care, for you are not alone, and there are monsters lying in wait. It is an anthology. It has, you know what? I didn't even count the number of stories that are in here. There's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Well, six stories in here, I believe. Now, also, I want to say that, just like any anthology, whenever you do an anthology, some stories you're going to love, some stories you're not going to like. There's one here that I'm not a huge fan of, but I thought they were okay. My absolute favorite in here, I'll tell you because we're running out of time for 5 minutes with Brian. Remember, 5 minutes with Brian is supposed to be 5 minutes long. I'm trying to get back to that. I keep going over. Gifted Speaker of the Silent Voice was my personal favorite. That was written by Samuel Marzioli. Loved it. So anyway, go out, hit Strange Echoes. You're not going to be disappointed if you see them at a show. Pick up a copy, get them to sign it. Tell Gina you love the work. Tell David you love the work. Honestly, it's a good way to work. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate you for joining me for 5 minutes with Brian. You all have a wonderful day. Bye bye.